So now that we have our car successfully running and we've gotten our baseline of tests with the car running without the calculators, we're going to see how mass is going to affect the distance that your car travels. And this is based on Newton's second law of motion, who was a famous, or probably the most famous physicist. So why don't you take a second to learn more about the second law of motion.
It states acceleration of an object depends on the mass of the object and the amount of force applied. In mathematical terms, Newton's second law states that force is the product of mass and acceleration. To cause an object to accelerate or speed up, a force must be applied. The more force you apply, the quicker you accelerate. Look at these two swings. If you apply the same force on both swings, check whose goes faster. Let's first push the little kid. See? It goes very high. Now push this fat man with the same force. See, it does not go far, because it has more mass than the little kid. So the more mass there is, the force required to push the object is also greater. Let's look at the mathematical formula of the second law again. It's the product of mass and acceleration. We've already learned that if there's more mass in an object, to move it, we need more force.
So now that we can see that mass is a factor in the overall force that an object has, and the acceleration is being caused by the ramp, and we're going to keep the acceleration the same, we're going to increase the mass by adding the 3 calculators to your car. And we're going to see how this independent variable of mass is affecting the distance your car travels. So our acceleration is going to remain the same with the same exact ramp, and we're changing the mass. And the reason we're doing this is we're going to look at different factors that affect the distance your car travels, so that when it gets time for the final challenge of creating a different car than you already have and being successful in that challenge, I want you to be aware of ways that you can manipulate the distance that your car is traveling so that you can make modifications to cars to be more successful versus just blowing cars up and starting over and not working and starting over in this bad process. We want to know how to manipulate based on these different laws of motion. So make sure you are aware of the directions. You're doing 5 more tests, and you're doing it with the 3 calculators. Make sure you read the specific directions for exactly how you're graphing, plotting, and representing those calculator runs. Good luck.